We've converted decimals into fractions. Well, how about the other way around? How do we convert fractions into decimals? And the answer is that the technique is very simple. So if you see a fraction that looks something like this, 3/8. Now this line here is a dividing line. So in order to convert that into a decimal, you just divide 8 into 3 using the usual sort of like bus stop method or whatever it's called now. So you can have 3.00, going to divide that by 8. So how many times does 8 go into 3? It doesn't. Make sure you put the decimal point there. And so the 3 carries over onto this part here. So how many times does 8 go into 30? Well, it goes 3 times. And 3/8 are 24. So write down 24 there. And then you minus these two. So 30 minus 24 is 6. Remainder. You bring down the 0 here. Now, how many times does 8 go into 60? And the answer goes in 7 times. And 7 times 8 is 56. And then you take 56 away from 60, which gives you 4. And then you pull down another 0 from here. And so how many times does 8 go into 40? Well, now it goes in around 5 times. So 5/8 are 40. Take one from the other, and that's the end of the calculation. So 3/8 written as a decimal is 0.375. Now what I would like you to do is to give me a chance to get rid of all of these. I want you to have a go. And as usual, if you put it on pause, after you see the fractions, give it a go at converting it into decimals. And then press play and I'll talk you through the answers. So the first one is 4/5. That's question 1. Question 2 is 1/4. And question 3 is 3/7. So remember, this is the numerator, the denominator. You divide 5 into 4. Similarly with these ones. So I'll give you a chance to do that. So put the video on pause and then come back and see the answers. So hopefully that's given you a chance to give this a go. So we're going to convert 4/5 into a decimal. And so we divide 5 into 4. Put a couple of zeros there, just in case we need them. So how many times does 5 go into 4? It doesn't go any times. Make sure you put the decimal point there. The 4 carries on, now it becomes 40. So how many times does 5 go into 40? And the answer is that it goes 8 times. 8 4s are 40. So if we take one from the other, we see a 0. So that's the end of the equation. So 4/5 is the same as 0.8. So in a similar way, we do 4 into 1.00. Should have left a bit more space here. So 4 goes into 1 0 times, point, and then the 1 carries on into the 0 here. So how many times does 4 go into 10? Okay, it goes in twice. 2 4s are 8. And then 10 minus 8 is 2. Bring down the 0. How many times does 4 go into 20? Okay, it goes in 5 times. 5 4s are 20. And so 20 minus 20 is 0. That's the end of the equation. So the answer is 0.25. So a quarter, same as 0.25. And now we have 3 over 7. So exactly the same technique. I'll do the calculation here. It's running out of room. So 3.00. So how many times does 7 go into 3? It doesn't. 0 point. And then the 3 carries over to, this becomes 30 effectively. So how many times does 7 go into 30? And the answer is 4. 4 7s are 28. So 30 minus 28 is 2 left over. I think I'm going to run out of space here. Then you bring down the 0. How many times does 7 go into 20? So that's twice. That's 14. And then 20 minus 14 is 6. I'm going to put the 6 up here only because I've run out of room. So now you say, how many times does 7 go into 60? And the answer is 8. And there is some left over. So 7 8s are 56. So that's 4 left over. And you can carry on going. But in fact, this level of detail is sufficient. It's more than sufficient. In fact, you could round it up. So you could say 3 over 7, same as 0.428. Hopefully